Welcome back to the Kick and Post YouTube channel and podcast. It's your host, Thompson, and
Trigger Trey, check me out. Coming live from the motherfucking north side.
okay,
Little Drake shout out there.
and we're back with Thompson Inc. Man, you know, more relaxed of our podcasts, where me and Trey just kind of get on here and figuratively shoot the shit, right? So,
Shoot the shit for sure.
before we hopped in, you made a very bold statement. I do want you to repeat for the pod so we can kind of get into it a little bit on why you feel this way.
I think the Cowboys are one of the worst teams in the NFL.
All right, fire away. Why do you think that?
I think Dak is a really good QB, so I don't want to take away from Dak. The Cowboys remind me of a team as if Dak is in his 20s. I'm not going to compare them as players, but I think let's just say Bryce Young for this example.
Okay.
Bryce Young is a okay QB for young talent. Not awesome, not very good, but he's whatever in Charlotte. And realistically, Charlotte's at the Carolina Panthers are like, all right, if we lose with him, we lose with him. He's young, we can replace him. The Cowboys inevitably this season almost did the same thing, and we, in my opinion as a fan, we sensed I thought when Micah left, we both said, all right, we're gonna put up crazy points and we'll just shoot out teams. When we saw CD run a running back reverse play, to me, the season for the next 4 weeks along went down the drain. I mean, I don't have it up, but I'll talk as I find it, bro. I feel like we don't have there's not a situation where for the Cowboys, bro, that we can confidently go into any games in the next 4 weeks and say, hey, this is a win. Green Bay Sunday, primetime. I'm even ashamed of even talking about these next 4 games as close games. At the Jets will be a tough game for the Cowboys. At Panthers will be a tough game for the Cowboys. Commanders will be a tough game for the Cowboys. At Broncos will be a tough game for the Cowboys. Now, last week via Thompson Inc., I told you, oh, Cowboys -1, hammer it. Like you do, CD Lamb, whatever. And you said any given time a player can stub their toe and he'd be done. We'll clip that and put that in here. You were right. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed. I've been on record saying Caleb Williams wasn't the guy, and Caleb Williams 100% proved me wrong. I think it's just one of those things where, as a fan of the Cowboys and as someone who's actively trying to believe in their team, I think we're a bottom 10 team in the NFL. And I know that I know Otto and Nick will love this take because they shit on the Cowboys regularly. I agree with them. I think if CD comes back and he's not 100% or Dak gets a little stubbed injury, they'll shut him down because we don't have it. We don't have enough. I saw Diggs get cooked on that first touchdown pass to Doomsday. And Diggs was a defensive first team All-Pro 2 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah, bro, my hope is desperately dramatically gone for the Cowboys right now, man. And I don't think it's a crazy hot take. I think that's legitimately my feelings, and I'm really
There's no hyperbole. There's no frustration because it was Chicago. There's no frustration because of the CD high ankle sprain, which they say 4 to 6 weeks. They say not that serious, but as somebody who's paid a lot of attention to football, high ankle sprains are pretty much a wrap for the year. Even when you come back, you don't look the same.
Athletes, as we both know, playing sports and just watching sports, a receiver is pushing off of that ankle every play they make a move. High ankle sprain, you roll an ankle pretty well. The lower one, you might tie the shoe and keep moving. That high one's so tricky to heal up from. And then you gave the guy whatever $1 million a year ago. You're not going to rush this guy back to whatever. And Dak's locked up, so Dak's not going anywhere. In my opinion, they're going to have to make a choice where it's hey, we're going to play these guys. And, CeeDee Lamb is great. Pickens with a crazy drop that we saw was a wild ricochet pick. It was just hard to watch, bro. And I think the bright spots, Javonte Williams has been surprisingly very good early in the year. I think Ferguson is still Ferguson. I think he's a great tight end to have there. And I think Dak's played well. I mean, the picks are picks, but I think people who don't know football are just shit on the Cowboys. When Dak throws a late game pick in that situation, it's a throwing game. There's just no more hand the ball off in the red zone. We got to score. So he forced some throws. You're going to throw some picks there. But, besides that, our defensive line's been awful. Our linebackers have been terrible. Our DBs have been bad. I have nothing really. I mean, again, I think this is a situation, and not to be dramatic. I don't think Schottenheimer is the guy going for me. I don't think you can say he's a. I think it's a 1 year thing where Jerry was like, you know what, like let's give him a shot. No pun intended.
Yeah.
And now, like, if they end up losing games and losing, I think this is a situation where he goes and gets a coach. Now, who the guy is, I don't know, but I do think there's a situation where they go get someone else and figure out what the hell's going on and how he can fix this. Honestly,
I do feel like what Jerry's trying to do is a soft reset of the team.
yeah, true.
Um, the type of DBs you guys have had for the last few years, they need pressure applied on that defensive line so that, it's a lot of bend not break type of defense. Because your DBs, even though they made all pro, like the Blands and the, Diggs, they gave up a ton of yards every year. You know that.
Sure.
But if you're not getting in the end zone and you're eventually able to get that sack, that drive-ending sack or that drive-ending holding or, to acquire some penalties, you could kind of make up for all of those. Teams are relaxed back there, Trey. Like, guys are comfortable back there.
Bro, the flea flicker, I mean, Caleb just stepped up in the pocket. He had no thought. There's no to be there here.
Yeah, and touchdown. Again, you look at the toss.
Yeah.
Swift threw a teardrop layup. Like, when Steph be warming up before the game and he threw that high, that's what DeAndre Swift threw back. I was like, in a Micah year, that pass doesn't get completed.
Bro,
so
in a Micah year, DeMarcus Lawrence year, the guys that we let go. I mean, I'll go back that even Jalen Smith was getting pressure. Leighton Vander Esch, like these guys. I'm going back as a fan. I don't want to go too far back to DeMarcus Lawrence and those guys. Sorry, not DeMarcus Lawrence. I just feel like we just don't. There's just no legit pressure up front, bro. No. I watched the QB Amal a week ago throw against us. In a week span, this QB lost his starting job. 7 days prior, he threw 400 yards against our defense. Yeah. So the first week, he played shitty against the Commanders. The one difference is the Cowboys defense. Mm-hmm. And I think Caleb will never this year have another 4-touchdown game. Respectfully to Caleb. Love him. Oh, whatever. It won't happen. It's our defense. And again, like, I think that Micah, why he's so great, and I don't want to talk about it too much because him being traded hurts me so much, but like why he's so great, bro, he changes the way that games and teams game plan. And he almost like in a crazy way, he masks how rough our back end defense is. Him getting pressure.
In a crazy way, for sure he did.
Yeah, bro. He masked it, and I think Hooker got paid and Diggs got paid. Bland got paid. Yeah. Bro, like these guys got paid because Micah was so great, and now that he's gone, it's just as a fan, bro, of the team, you want to cheer. And again, every Sunday, I'm gonna sit in my living room and on my couch and put my jersey and my hat on and watch the game. And Sunday night, bro, I think that, not speaking prematurely, Micah 2 sacks is not crazy.
Okay. So I think intrusive prop lines here, or just
yeah.
Okay.
No. I think Micah 2 sacks is not crazy. I think Jacobs has a day against us. I think he has a day, and I think Love tosses two touchdowns.
I would argue the receivers get right. I would argue that Matthew Golden has his first big breakout. I know he had a good
Dobbs eats.
I think Dobbs, whatever his line is, all that to like 65. I think he gets 65 receiving yards.
Tucker Kraft eats.
Yeah, I think Tucker Kraft eats. I think
bro.
The wide receiving core finally gets their stuff together because last week was an embarrassment against the Browns. Thankfully for them, not thankfully for you, there's not many there's not many DBs of Denzel Ward and those guys' stature on the Cowboys currently. I will say though, where is this game being held?
It's in Green Bay.
Oh, never mind then. I don't. I was about to go the whole spiel about at least home field and.
Sorry, it's home. I thought.
Okay, it's home. All right. Okay, cool. So the fans are gonna be up for the game. You know, Micah come back. They might do a little video up in the stands. I feel like they don't.
If they do a Micah video, I would be surprised.
I'd be surprised if they don't do a Micah video.
I think Jerry Jones is such an idiot. He won't have him post to do a video.
Well, if he doesn't, I think that'll add to the vitriol of Micah. You definitely want a Micah sack on your slip. No matter what slip you make this week,
Yeah.
you could make a anytime touchdown slip. You could make a college football money line slip.
Like
I don't
let
care if
that
you're
be
betting on
let that
it.
be your last lay.
I
Yeah,
was
for
about
sure.
to
I
say,
agree.
I
I
don't care
agree.
if it's English Premier League. I don't care what you put money on this week. Riders Cup, whatever's out there to bet on. Bama, Georgia. The last part of your slip needs to be a Micah sack.
I'm checking right
And it
now
might
for
be
it.
minus 220,
Let's see.
but it's low key free. Um,
Let's see. Micah
let me
Cowboys.
think. The
Are you a
Jacobs,
Ryder? Are you a Ryder Cup guy?
not too much. I'm more of like a Masters and the those Open Championship stuff like that. I haven't really done the Riders Cup.
Micah sack minus 160.
That's
Taking
nice.
it,
Yeah,
taking
I'd take
it, brother.
I don't think there's even anybody you could double team over there to stop him from getting the Dak.
Taking Micah sack. You said who else you like? You said receiving. You like
Dobbs 65 yards.
Dobbs 39 and a half. Taking it.
I'm up
Golden.
that to 50 because you could get some good juice on 50.
Golden 40 and a half. Tucker Craft 42 and a half.
Yeah, the benefit of what happened last week is that all these lines are going to be low because nobody trusts the receivers anymore, forgetting that they're playing the DBs of Dallas.
Oh no!
Yeah.
This is gonna be if Matthew Golden had a good game last year in college. He haven't had one since Ohio State. He's gonna have a great. He's gonna go off. He's going to go off against our DBs.
Yeah, I'd take Jordan Love over 300 passing. Like it might get
Yeah,
crazy.
bro. All to get and I know Amal, I know you're a small unit guy. Find you 4 Packers things you love and hammer it.
You really want me to pepper it this week?
Pay your rent. Pay your rent on Sunday night,
Rent's
bro.
due. Is Rent's
No,
due back?
you know, and
Rent's due back?
maybe, bro. You know, I never do that. I never bet against my team ever. Like I
did tell me to put a bunch of money on Saquon week 1. Relax. Like
no. I mean money line.
Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, if your leg doesn't have Packers minus 6.5, you're wasting money. They're gonna beat the shit out of us. They're gonna beat the shit out of us.
Y'all should have lost to the Giants too, which is crazy. Like you guys honestly could be what 0-3.
Isn't it crazy how a week of football changes the landscape? Yeah. Let's say the Giants beat us. Mm-hmm. Russ buys some security, right? Mm-hmm. So just for conversation purposes, let me go back to that game. So the Giants would have played. They lost to the Chiefs, which is whatever. The Giants then go play the Chargers, Saints, Eagles, Broncos. I don't know what happens with Russ. If they beat us, Russ buys some security. Russ buys another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. The fact that our team, like, bro, I think us winning the game against the Giants was such an anomaly, and it's like so crazy that now he got cut, bro. I'm just I'm almost like lost and confused at how bad we are. Like how bad we are. It's like it's scary. It's scary, bro.
Hey man,
it's actually really scary.
We've been here before. You know, get used to having a team that's not amazing. I mean, put it this way: would you rather like occupy a space of mediocrity for 20 plus years? And have this overwhelming thought that you're just one piece away from a playoff run and just never get there, or just get to the point where you're like, let's restart, let's get some new hope. You know what I mean? Like Javonte's playing well. He was a big prospect coming out of North Carolina. Denver loved him. Injuries hurt him, but like we knew the talent was there with Javonte. We just didn't know if he would still have the pop after the knee injuries. He's fairly young, and you have him for cheap, so that's nice. CD's still fairly young. You could shut him down for the year. Pickens, if he doesn't perform, he'll probably stay there, right? Unfortunately for you, the Dak contract, unless somebody's really dying to have a quarterback,
not gonna get him.
They're not gonna come get him. But you guys got picks for the future. I don't know, man. Maybe you see Jeremiah Smith in a Dallas Cowboys jersey. Huh? There we go. Look at that. Look how we perked up.
We're not gonna suck for it, bro. The thing is that we're gonna make corrections. So again. If not saying that we're going to draft another home run because Micah is a once-generational talent for sure, but you want to be optimistic like you're saying, but I just don't see it, bro. Like I don't see our next star being anywhere. I mean, again, it's a possibility, bro, but I don't know, man. Like I'm
There's
almost like
always
concerned.
guys.
Yeah,
There's always guys, man. I know you're saying once in a lifetime, but pass rushers, since I've been paying keen attention to football, not necessarily to Micah's level, but Abdul Carter's already on another level.
yeah,
Um, Dylan Stewart for South Carolina. Watched him last week. That was the only part of the defense that I was excited to see for South Carolina last week. They couldn't stop the run, but he was getting to the quarterback. And
yeah.
he's a sophomore. I think he has another year he has to stay. So 2027 he'll be a part of that class.
Yep.
You'll get pass rushers. Kayvon Thibodeau looks like a person again this year. Like
Bro,
Brian
just to give,
Burns. Like
I'm not knocking what you're saying, and I'm not reading. I'm not going to be dramatic. I'm just going to read you some stats for us, which I pulled up here. We have had
oh,
one.
no.
We've had 2 sacks
Yeah.
through 3 weeks. 2 sacks through 3 weeks.
Is that the bottom of the league?
I'm gonna
Where
say
does
yeah,
that
bro.
rank?
I'm gonna say yeah, bro. I mean, did you watch the game at all? Were you watching the Cowboys game at all or no?
I
There
watched
was a
I watched a lot of it. I won't lie. I did watch a lot
so
of it.
it was 24-13.
Actually, no, I'm lying. I
It
did
was,
not watch a lot of that one. I was watching the Giants Kansas City game.
okay, so it's 24-13.
Yeah.
And there was a ball that got tipped at the line, and Caleb probably should have been picked off. We had a tight end, a defensive end, a linebacker, and a safety all in the same vicinity, bro, and none of them got the ball. Like the ball, it's like think of at Kevin's wedding at the bouquet was thrown up. Think of me, you, and Cade around. One of us is grabbing this. One of us is grabbing the bouquet. I swear to God, bro, the fucking shit. The ball hits the ground. No one does anything.
So
So
what do you credit that? So you think
I,
guys just aren't playing?
I don't think I think like bro, even with Mike McCarthy, we had a situation where a coach like, bro, I don't want to go too like I wasn't a big McCarthy fan, but I'll say that the we lost games under him, yes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I feel like we lost games because of his game management. I don't think we weren't ready to play, if that makes sense. Like I think he made bad calls as a coach, like really bad, like decision making and going forward. And Dak would do dumb shit. I thought, bro, I'm sorry, Amal. I thought for sure we were gonna beat the Bears. I thought for sure.
Comfortable. You said CD 100 yards too.
Yeah. I thought for sure we would beat the Bears, bro. I'm not gonna like sit here and sugarcoat it and say like I believe that we would whatever. I thought for sure we would beat the Bears, bro.
I did
I
think the
thought for
over
sure.
would hit. I did think it'd be a shootout, but I'm more concerned about where you go from here now because the game's over. Game's over. We're 1-2. You're saying that the Green Bay game is a wash, so let's call it 1-3. I don't think it's a wash. Any team that loses to the Browns, they got some stuff to figure out too. But
I think that Vegas was called on that one too. By the way, we can talk about it in a second.
ooh, okay. Well, here's my thing. Okay, we won't dive into it yet. We'll wait. Right.
Yeah, I think Vegas was called on that
The
one
one
for
thing
sure.
is Cleveland could provide pressure. You saw the clip. Jordan run. I'm sure you've seen the
Yeah,
clip.
that's actually crazy. That was actually crazy.
As a
to
grown
see.
man, that's crazy.
And then you see Myles Garrett's like, "Hey, you heard it. I had it, made a good move on him." He screamed, "Jordan!" I'm like, "Damn, bro." As a grown man,
You can't
yeah,
go out
that's
like
bad.
that. You can't go
No,
out like that.
no.
You
No,
gotta
that's
let your
sad. That's
quarterback
sad.
get killed. I'm sorry. If I'm the lineman, I'm still
That's
holding.
sad.
I'm still.
That's sad. It's sad. It's
Yeah,
sad.
you can't go out like that. Granted, you don't expect to be mic'd up, but you can't go out like that.
It's bad football. Yeah.
The issues you guys don't have a Myles Garrett, so maybe I do need to come back on the idea that there'll be some ability to apply pressure to not allow
Yeah.
Jordan Love to just do what he wants to do back there. But back on topic at hand, you're 1-3. I don't think the Jets is a tough game if it's Tyrod Taylor. Actually, I don't think it's a tough game if it's Justin Fields. It might be a little bit tougher of a game if it's Tyrod Taylor. Reason being, I still have a lot to when Justin Fields is left to his own devices and it's not quick dump offs and let's get this ball out. If you give him ability to sit and wait, I think you're able to make some mistakes that most starting quarterbacks shouldn't be making.
For
So
sure. Yeah.
that could be a good situation to give him some time. Maybe you could
I think
get some picks and get some morale up against the Jets. to say that it's a close game against Carolina, they did just beat the Falcons 30-0. But their
Yeah,
whole team is also decimated with injuries. It seems. I mean, like we got Tetero McMillan with the calf. Xavier Legette still hasn't figured out how to play wide receiver.
touche.
I think you might be going off the deep end a little bit, and I'm not even a Cowboys fan.
I'm just looking at, bro, that everything you're naming. I wish I could show you my phone. These teams have things we have issues with. Tet will have 100 yards against us. If Fields plays, he'll run for 50 yards against us. And I think that Garrett Wilson feast. I wish I was being dramatic and saying this stuff from like a place that didn't make sense. And I think that because you know ball, I don't think this team is good. And it's not like we're like Sunday night. You saying that the Browns beat the Packers. You're right. The Browns have a number 1 or 2, whichever coin you flip that day, defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose. If Watt's playing great, Watt's the guy. In my opinion, we don't have that, bro. Like, and then other than the Browns have, they created turnovers. Our turnover differential is bad, Amal. Like, I'm telling you, even the games in Dallas, the last time Love came to Dallas, he was playing against Micah.
Yeah, he was at home. Jordan Love was at home. Jordan Love had his feet kicked up. I can't lie to you. Jordan Love was balling at home.
The last time he came to Dallas, he was playing against Micah, and they killed us.
It wasn't even. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Yeah, no.
Nah, it was bad, bro. I think it's hard, man. It's hard to feel like feel good about where we're going. So I feel like the teams we play this is not a good thing, and I feel like there's no getting better. Our schedule doesn't get easier, and people think I'm being a dramatic fan again. I mentioned those 4 teams. I'm going at Cardinals. We get a bye week at Raiders, which is whatever. Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders. We talked about it off air before, which is always a fun thing to discuss between us. And we're going to get into it, guys, in a Thompson Inc. thing. Every year, for a really good team, there's a stretch of games that define why they won. The last year, the Eagles went undefeated back into the season. Like, they got their shit together. That's the team last year, undefeated. Then on the flip side, we can find a team that 6-game stretch where they went 3-3 or 2-4 or 1-6. What's the difference? And then playoff matchups and health-wise, that's the Cowboys stretch. Let's just say CD gets back healthy, and for shits and giggles, we're 1-2 right now. Let's say we beat the Packers for conversation purposes.
Okay.
2-2 Packers, 3-2 Jets, 4-2 Panthers, 4-3 Commanders, 4-4 Broncos, 4-5, 5-4 going into bye week. Okay. Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings could all be losses.
I mean, technically speaking.
And that's what. So we talk like now again. I can come back in week 12 and I've got my shades on and my CD jersey on and we're rolling and I'm completely wrong. What I've seen, I don't know how you can fix the defensive issues like this right now in the season. I don't know what you could do to fix
that, but the offense needs to be on a different level of execution to cover that up, right? You go to the early years of the Chiefs, and I don't think it's a good comparison, but the early years of the Chiefs, Mahomes didn't have a top 10 defense, and it was just the offense was flying. They were covering up a lot of issues. Bengals made it to a Super Bowl off the back of their offense covering up a lot of issues. I'd say even though the Rams assembled the Avengers on defense, they also had a pretty substantial offense to get them to the Super Bowl that year. If CD doesn't go down, do we feel like you guys hang tight in that Chicago game? Because that changes up the perspective a lot. Pickens
I think CD's a guy, bro. So, like, I think that there's, like, those dudes are so good. I mean, we can stay on the Cowboys, but we shift to, like, the Vikings and Bengals game. If Joe Burrow's playing, I don't think they get beat that bad.
No.
Right, so, like, and Chase is great. Browning was awful the other day, but, like, I think the 10 guys in the NFL, when they play, barred none position, CD, Chase, and Jettas are in that top 10 of NFL players, regardless of position. And we can name, again, we named Garrett, obviously TJ Watt, obviously Surtain. Those 6 are the best. Micah's in that group also of 7.
Micah's up there.
And then we'll go, I'm guessing QB, so Josh Allen, Lamar, and whoever else you want to go with, whatever. Like if those guys play, they make a difference. When they go out, your game plan that you have, like bro, I'm sure the game plan featured heavy CeeDee Lamb.
I know 1,000%.
It has to. So when he gets hurt, it's like, dog, what the fuck happened? What happened? And then when you say what happened, you're almost like wondering how you get back and how you correct it, because I feel like a lot of times we don't have there's no answer. Like Pickens, I think Brady was saying, oh, well, last year, if this happened to the Cowboys, they would be messed up. Pickens slides to the 1, Turpin comes in at the 2. You know, you have all these guys and they kind of move up their roles. Your roles change so much because Pickens wasn't going in thinking he was a 1. You're going in as that, well, you say 1A, but you're the 2. So like it just, the game just changes so much and it means so much differently when these guys get hurt. So as a fan, I want to believe and say, hey, like everything's gonna work out and be fine for us. But bro, I really don't know. Like it's very hard to tell, you know, what's really what with our team. And hopefully I'm being dramatic and I'll eat crow in a few weeks, but I don't think I will, brother.
We just need to see what that offense is going to look like. I'm a little bit worried about the scheme. You know, for everything that Kellen Moore was, he was a great offensive play caller when you guys had him for a while out there. I don't know. Man. I don't know what you're going to do right there. And they talk about guys just slipping up into a different role. Jalen Tolbert's not meant to be covered by your second best DB. He's meant to be covered by your third best DB. Pickens has played the wide receiver 1 role before. I'll give him credit though. He never had a ball thrower like Dak. So that changes things a little bit. But he's always had issues with sometimes those bad drops or mistimed miscommunication, and then his reactions to that. If it's anything, you should be very excited that he's going to have the targets and what he enjoys to have as receiver, because he will get the targets, especially next week.
For sure.
We got to see what a game plan with no CD looks like first. Not a game plan where he gets removed abruptly. So, you know.
I also want to say I think we kind of abandoned the run. I know we got down quick, but I think we abandoned the run a little too soon. I thought Javonte was rolling a little early. And I think it's so early in the season. You can start 1 and 2 and still make the playoffs.
No, 100%.
If you kind of knew CD went down, let's roll. Our best offensive player through the first 3 weeks has been Javonte. That's just
it's not right.
The red zone touches and scoring or whatever. CeeDee Lamb, obviously CeeDee Lamb, but Javonte's been good. So I think we've been in the run too soon. But again,
Green Bay was getting bullied in the trenches last game. Quinshawn had a decent day. Before that, they were shutting everybody's running backs down. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see like who is the real Green Bay on defense. I know you said Vegas got called for that Browns game, but the Browns just came out there and fought.
Did you see Golden go out of bounds?
Yeah, but that was a momentum thing, brother. I watched the clip. The momentum took him off the field. I think he still was trying to figure out, you know, body control on that one.
He had some space, man.
That's tough. He did. I think momentum took him off the field. I can't lie to you. Because I watched it and I saw people being like, oh, imagine if you ran this up the sideline. I'm like, I get it. Ball placement was a little bit questionable. Again, him and Jordan Love have not been on the same page. There's been a few like that where right placement, right timing. Golden could be tearing it up already as a rookie. Hopefully this is not the week they figure it out. But with your luck, it might be the week that they figure it out. I'm more concerned about the people that he does have a connection with, the Romeo Dobbs of the world. Where did he go? That's somebody that...
Don't worry about it.
You know who I need to be back? Not to make it about me. Brian Thomas, man. Where you at, brother? I was telling Rob. Rob thinks I'm this Jedi mind trick type of guy, right? Because I hit him up with the trade offers in the league that we're in. I said, Rob, I want Brian Thomas. And he's like, he's on the bench for not playing well. I'm like, okay. Well, personally, I think you should play him. He's like, no, you're trying to trick me. I'm like, nah, I think this is the week he gets right. And here's my process. If you watch that Cardinals game against the Niners, Marvin Harrison was 3 big drops away from a massive game.
Huge game.
Huge game.
Because he catches that ball, he turns and runs. He's scoring for sure.
Huge game. The secondary for the Niners is not necessarily their strong suit currently.
No,
They've lost a lot of pieces in free agency over the years. They lost Nick Bosa, so the pass rush is
for
also
the
going
year.
to the pass rush is going to be a problem as well, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Trevor, sometimes giving him too much time is not the best idea. Is what I'm starting to realize in his career.
Maybe you
But
want him to get blessed.
but
Yeah.
in terms of Bretton Strange, who we like, he has to contend with Fred Warner as a second year player, just coming into his own as a tight end. He's probably not going to be the guy this week. The Niners are still pretty solid at stopping the run, I will say, based on again the linebacking core. We're probably not going to be leaning on Travis Etienne as much this week. Brian Thomas is going to win. He's going to win his matchup fairly quickly, and I think they're going to be. If anything, Cohen is going to be hyper focused on making sure that we get that right this week. That's my projection. And I think some of it's been timing, some of it's been worried about getting hit. He'll find open pockets in that secondary. I think he's going to have a day.
What is he? What is he? Is he an X? What's his?
Yeah, he's pretty much an X. They're not putting him on the
he's a
slot that
guy.
much. Yeah.
I think it's like this has been a year where we've seen Chase got loose week 2 against don't tell me I'm gonna it was Jaguars. Yeah. It was against you guys. Sorry. So I feel like there's been weeks, but I will say this year, I mean, so far it's receivers. It's like more the second string guy, and Jacobs is having a good start to the year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys. I think you win the game. I think as long as Trevor can turn can control his turnovers. I think Rob made a good point. Like, man, like you guys the other day, just
We should be 3-0.
don't do anything. Don't do anything stupid.
We should be 3-0.
Don't do anything stupid. Just you can't have a turnover here. You just can't have one here. And then you have it, it just hurts. But I think you're in a good spot. I would love to see BTJ have a game. Like I said, I think this is the week he does.
I think Travis Hunter is going to play predominantly defense this week too. It's been shifting a lot. It's been 50-50, and I think we haven't figured out our wide receiver one yet, and we haven't even utilized Travis Hunter that well on offense either. He has 76 yards on the year. So I think right here we utilize Travis. We try to get him some good snaps against Mac Jones with wide receivers that I feel like Travis is able to cover a little bit better, right?
Right.
I do think the Niners are lacking in offensive punch quite a bit. Ricky Pearsall kind of appeared on their injury report as well this week, so that's been their guy. Juwan hasn't really showed up. No Ayuk yet. Kittle's still hurt. It's really McCaffrey, Mac Jones, and a prayer at this point. And our line's been able to start.
Jennings?
He has not played that well this year, but yeah, he's out there.
Have a game.
He could have a game this week, but we've been able to get pressure on the quarterback, which is back in that Saxonville type of style where we're forcing guys to get the ball out quickly, and that's how mistakes happen. I still think the Niners have a good O-line, but to tie a ribbon on it, I feel like they'll be able to allow BTJ to get to that second move to get open, and he's gonna have a big game. And I'm putting it on wax because I told Rob it's gonna happen.
You would.
I told him I'm gonna put it on wax, and he thinks I'm making fake content to get him to start BTJ. Personally, I wish he would have just traded me BTJ. I'm not mad he's on the bench. I'm not mad he's on the bench because I think we're gonna look back and be like, this was the week. This was the week. Because I'm gonna give
all those guys need is 1 week to get right, and they'll be fine. They're back to normal stuff.
I'm gonna give you the people he's starting above him currently, and you tell me if you agree.
Okay.
So right now, we're going Judkins against Detroit over him. He's clearly the running back one for the Cleveland Browns right now.
Yeah, but I mean, the Browns have no real pass. Their pass block is terrible. So I mean, Judkins, yeah, but I would still take PCJ over him. Go ahead.
Okay. Sutton against Cincinnati.
Sutton.
Dobbins against Cincinnati.
Pick him. I think it's a toss-up.
Javonte Williams against Green Bay.
Javonte Williams.
Okay. Amari Hampton against the Giants.
I would take BTJ.
Yeah, and then Neighbors against the Giants. Neighbors against the Chargers.
Neighbors is a tough one. I think that Dart's going to do everything in his power to get Neighbors the ball.
You can't bench Neighbors.
And Neighbors is like he Again, we'll stay with the Jags, but Neighbors is one of my favorite young receivers.
Hmm.
Not because of the arrogance of winning the ball. I think Neighbors really wants to win.
He does.
I think I can appreciate that, like that dog in him, where he's like, dude, like get me the ball and give me a chance to give us a chance. But besides him, everything else is almost a pick 'em, I would say. But again, BTJ just hasn't been good this year so far. More.
He is not. And I
That's been
understand the idea of putting him on the
biggest
bench. I do think this is the week, though. I will repeat. Just have that feeling. Speaking of feelings,
Yeah.
I'll put in something crazy for Thursday Night Football. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker first half touchdown.
Why do you do halves?
Because of juice sometimes. Like, if I like
Okay.
somebody for first touchdown, if I want to be a little bit safer, I'll go first half touchdown. And if I want to go a little less safe, I'll go like Seattle's first touchdown will be Kenneth Walker, something like that. But I feel like they're gonna score at least once in the first half, and my juice is to keep him. I wanted to
Keep
keep
it
the juice
going,
there.
yeah.
So first half touchdown, plus 230, Kenneth Walker. Marvin
Okay.
Harrison Jr. 25 yards receiving
That should be
in the
easy.
first quarter.
I'm gonna agree. Connor going down. I think Benson is a sufficient enough replacement, but he has to get Marvin Harrison because the talk all week long has been drops, drop,
Get him
drops. I
right.
agree.
Get him
I,
right,
I
right?
get it. I
And
get it.
and there's a stat last year that Marvin Harrison averaged the most receiving yards in the first half of games last year. He
What's
disappeared
his regular
in
like
the second
regular?
half. His regular line is like 49 and a half. Something like that for tomorrow. It's very low. Um,
Um,
but
let's see his
25 yards
line.
receiving in the first quarter is like plus 460 because it's crazy. But I have a feeling. I'm also going to make a little bit of a safer one. We might even make it on here since, we're making content on it.
43 and a half is his
Is his
line.
regular line, yeah, which I do like.
3.5 receptions.
I do like both of those.
But I'm right. My guy Trey McBride's line at 6.5 is free.
Yeah, they pepper him.
Yeah, and then I would do and Jigba's at 82 and a half.
I think it's
Tet
awesome.
Tet Tet torched them, and
Yeah,
Tet's a first year player, and Jigba's gonna get his.
I think so too. I wasn't done with that $6 for 456 lay though.
Oh, please continue, brother.
The last one is Torrey Horton, 15 yards receiving in the first quarter.
He been balling.
He's been doing okay. He's been running as many routes as Cooper Cup lately. He had a bit of a breakout last week.
Cup is falling off so much, bro. It's sad.
He's doing okay for what they need him right now, but yeah, he's not triple crown winner Cup, but that was expected once the Rams decided they were getting rid of him. But yeah, $6 for $456. You just need all those things to happen. But if I'm being safer, let's go
Go
ahead and
ahead.
be safer while on the pod. Because I think I
Okay.
have a safe one that I have a lot of confidence in that I researched as well to give us some value here. You ready?
Go ahead.
We're going back to the first quarter. We're getting in and getting out for the money. We're not waiting for the whole game. Let's get these 12 minutes, get our line set, and get out. That's all we're worried about.
Yeah.
So first quarter, go to Calamara rushing yards. Hit that for 10.
Yes.
Hit that for 10 yards. He's gonna get 10 rushing yards in the first quarter. Of the three
Okay, I
games so
got you.
far this year, he's hit that line 2 out of 3 games. Actually, he's hit the
That's
15-yard line, the 15-yard
that's
rushing one 2 out of 3 games. He missed
plus
it.
220.
Exactly. That's the first leg.
Okay. Go ahead.
We're gonna go down to 5 yards receiving in the first quarter. Trey Benson.
For Harrison Jr. Oh, Benson. Oh,
Benson.
okay. Okay, Benson.
Before
Well, I don't
Connor
have. Go
even
ahead.
went out. Before Connor even went out. Trey Benson hit this line in 2 games this year. He should be on the field quite a bit in this first quarter. If they get 2 drives, he hits that. Five
Okay,
receiving
so I got.
yards in the first quarter for Trey Benson. That's plus 155.
Okay.
Now we go to 10 yards receiving.
Okay.
You tap Trey McBride, you tap JSN,
Mm-hmm.
and you're
Mm-hmm.
done.
That's the parlay.
$10 for $185 first quarter, and you're set.
I have a random $1 bonus bet. I'm just gonna put it on there for $1, just because for the vibes. All right.
Put it for the vibes. If you're gonna do $1 though,
Ah, fuck you. It's already
You
gone.
suck. I was about to say, if you're gonna do a dollar, might as well go
I
to
thought,
that 20 line. Do Trey McBride
yeah.
and JSN.
For me tomorrow, I'm gonna go pretty
A dollar
straightforward
is $51.
tomorrow.
But I do love the Kyler Murray rushing line at plus 220 if you want to take that straight. 10 yards
Yeah,
rushing against that Seattle defense, I think is free if you want to take that straight. If you just want to go him and that Trey Benson line, that's a nice plus 750 in the first quarter. Throw a little 10 on that, win $75. I think you'll be
yeah,
chilling. I think you won't even sweat that one, honestly. I might do
yeah.
that.
I think my four leg for the game is a Trey Benson touchdown,
Really? Okay. Minus
Walker touch,
140 is not bad.
Walker touchdown,
Okay.
McBride receptions, and Jigba yards. I think that's
And who in Jigba
I
yards?
yeah. I just the logic behind it is very simple. Like the Cardinals get in the red zone and they hand the ball off. They hand the ball off. Very. That's what they do. So I mean, I think that he gets it. Now, does he score early? I think that I'm such a narrative person in the sports,
Mm-hmm.
and when Connor went down, this tweet went viral by Benson, like "I got you for life 6" or something like that. I think Benson isn't a bad player by any means, so
So
I'll
Benson
ride the
first
narrative and let
touchdown.
him.
Plus 400 is what you're saying. Plus 450? Benson first touchdown? Or do I go Benson first Arizona touchdown? Here's the thing. Kyler Murray kind of an asshole though. So Kyler Murray might pull that thing out. He hasn't had a rushing touchdown this year, I don't think. He might have. I don't know. I need to double check that.
You think Murray is the
He
guy?
might pull that thing out, and we might have a Kyler Murray first touchdown plus 1100 on our hands here. See, the unit size is small, but the brain is
So
big.
is mine.
The brain is big. That's what we go with the Thursday night football. We talking Thursday night football, so let's talk the props a little bit. Who do you think
Yeah.
wins the game? I think 43.5 is an over under. I get Thursday night games are traditionally lower scoring. These Thursday night games this year have been on fire with the points. Um, both these offenses are kind of like but both these
That's
defenses
actually
are pretty
I'm all.
legit.
I'm gonna screenshot because that's not actually a bad move. I don't know if I trust Benson as much as I trust Kenneth Walker, but I'll go 4-3 in that lay instead of that. But either way, I think that's good. I think the Cardinals win
I think the Cardinals could
in
win it
my
too.
opinion.
I think the Cardinals could
Yeah, I
win
think
it
the
too.
Cardinals win.
The defense has been playing very well. Um, I don't know which Darnold we're gonna get. He's been playing
Right.
amazing too to kind of start the year. Um, and that
What's it?
secondary for Seattle is really hurt. I mean, it sounds like they're gonna be down. They're gonna be down Witherspoon. Um, Nick Warrior might not be back yet, so they're down to second stringers, potentially third stringers on that DB line, which is another reason you should be looking at Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. So the last few games, let's see, Darnold's playing pretty well. 150 versus San Fran, 295 versus Pittsburgh, 218 against New Orleans. I think you can look at him for passing touchdowns too. I thought that Bryce Young kind of diced him up a little bit, and maybe he gets a few touchdown passes. His passing line is at, let's see, 221
Okay.
worth of sprinkle. You can even, if you want to alt it down, you can do a trade, alt it to 200 for minus 210, or you can do them all, alt it up to 250 for plus 175. It's
You think that he'll be able to get
the,
off
the,
a little
the
bit?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Nah, I think it's going to be a great game. I think I'll be off in time to watch it, which is exciting. I think it's a great
Okay.
way to start the week. I think there's some fun matchups in the NFL this week, but they're giving us some good Thursday night games to kind of get us in there, get us watching, and then
Yeah,
eventually we'll get a Tennessee Titans versus Carolina Panthers Thursday night game to kind of damper expectations a little bit. But this will be fun to watch. This will be fun to watch. I just
right.
like watching football, brother. Glad football's
I
back.
love it. I love it.
Glad
Love it.
football's back. Last time we got on here, we talked about some college football spreads. Think it was pretty good. Think we had some good reads.
Pretty sharp,
Is there
man.
any games that excite you this week?
I mean, obviously LSU, Ole
We
Miss.
talked about it a little bit. We got
We
you on
didn't
the
talk
game
about it last night in the pod, bro. I want to speak a little more. I think Oregon absolutely
on Penn
boat
State.
races Penn State.
You think so?
I think Oregon hangs 45 on Penn State. 45,
You trust
45-17.
you trust
Something crazy.
you
Yeah.
trust Oregon's run defense like that?
No, bro. I just think I don't know if I trust their run defense. I think that, bro, Dan Lanning is a sicko. I think he's a sicko, and I
Okay.
think that he gets bro. When they played Oklahoma State, like I guess Mike Gundy. By the
Said
way, we
something
didn't
about
speak
them buying his
about that
contract.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he was like,
But
they don't know about this team. I know this team's work ethic. I know this team's grit. Like, I know, Key and Peele, James Franklin's gonna walk into that fucking that stadium in Austin and think he's gonna be able to do his thing. I think Oregon puts belt to ass Saturday. I think I'll take the over. Whatever the over is, I'll take the
you
over in
said
the
hammer
game,
the over in the
and
game,
and,
no
and
matter what it
I will
is.
take that. I would take that over, and I would
Oregon's
take
plus
Oregon.
140, by the way.
I would take that, no question, and parlay it with Micah Parsons sack,
parlay,
just to just to spin back.
parlay with Micah Parsons sack.
Come on, I told you, get paid this week,
Hold
man.
on, let's see if they have a straight up Oregon boost because they did that 1 week too. No, they don't. Maybe closer to Saturday because they've done it where they've done like just a single game boosted. Oregon at plus 140. You said that's hammer all day long.
Yeah,
Okay. I think Georgia's at a good price too, which I think Georgia steamrolls Alabama. By the way, I heard a stat:
steamrolls,
Kirby Smart is 1-6 against Bama. My,
steamrolls.
I think it's ugly. I really do. Um, but apparently Alabama quote unquote has his number. I think this is the week they get that right. Yeah, Oregon's still plus 140. The over under is 51.5.
Yeah, I think whatever I win tomorrow, and I'm not being dramatic. I'll send you a picture of it so you can put on the podcast. I'm putting on Oregon money line.
All of it, whatever it is,
Every
all of
penny,
it.
every penny. Oregon wins. Oregon wins, bro. Oregon wins. Oregon
Okay.
wins.
Okay.
Like, I fully believe. I'm gonna put this parlay in for tomorrow. We'll talk offline a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
about things. I think whatever before the game tomorrow. But I think Oregon beats the shit out of Penn State. I don't know. I think they win. I think that Moore has a Heisman moment early,
Okay.
and I think that Oregon wins. I think
There's been a lot
Oregon
of money coming
extra.
in on him before this game. Like he's one of the higher
Yeah,
bet guys coming in before
yeah.
this
Oregon
game. It's
wins.
like him, Chambliss, um, the Washington QB has some money coming in on him because of how crazy his odds are.
If you're looking for a Thompson Inc. lay for the weekend, I would go Ohio State, LSU. For me, Ohio State, LSU, Oregon. Those three games are a. I'm sure there'll be some whatever.
LSU's
Ohio
plus
State's
100.
our line is moving down. By the way,
Yeah, I heard.
it was 10.5. It's now at seven and a
I
half.
heard.
Please keep going down. For the love of God. For the love of God, keep going down.
I don't know why we overthink these things sometimes. We talked about trap lines. I'm pretty sure we got caught in all the traps last week. NC State got
Except Cuse.
smoked.
Except Cuse.
Yeah, we were talking about covering though. But yeah, when we talked about plus money lines that didn't make sense, a lot of them ended up didn't making sense. We just
Well, I think that the South Carolina one we were sharp on.
for them to cover the
Sorry,
spread.
not we. Trayvon
Yeah, to
said
cover the
South
spread.
Carolina was gonna win.
Yeah, they did not win. They got beat
Uh,
29-20.
Anyways,
Ahmad Hardy had his Heisman moment against South Carolina's defense.
but you were very sharp on the Michigan one. You said that Michigan was gonna win that for sure. It was a good game.
Nebraska didn't have enough experience against that level of defense. Raiola made a couple
Yeah.
mistakes. He still played okay. You know, I'm not the biggest Dylan Raiola guy, but he still played all right. He kept him in that game quite a bit.
My homeboy.
That defense couldn't stop the run either, though. Anybody they
No.
put back there in maize and blue or whatever it is that they wear was taken off for 40-yard touchdowns. I think even Bryce Underwood had a 40-yard touchdown. So, like, that defense got to figure out how to stop the run, but it wasn't all on Dylan Raiola.
Right.
I did not do good in the pick'ems. I ended up with like 18 right out of 30. Went down the leaderboard a little bit.
When you put it in by Friday night, when does it due? By the first game Saturday?
Thursday is the first game in this one, and I have my picks already. I guess I could run a couple of them by you and see what you think about them.
Right, brother.
Hopefully I don't change them because I did change I changed from Missouri to South Carolina because somebody told me since Sellers is back, there's no way that they lose that game. And I started buying in. And I even had South Carolina winning in a couple lays because I was like, you're right.
I'm sorry.
Who has
I'm
Missouri
sorry.
played?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Their run
I'm
game is
sorry.
solid. So now I know who they played, and it's South Carolina, and I won't make that mistake. But the first game we're picking is Army ECU.
Army wins.
You think? ECU's been throwing the ball around a
ECU,
little bit.
ECU wins.
I don't know. That one I'm indecisive on. I actually skipped it for the longest, but I have to figure it out because it's for tomorrow. Right now I have ECU highlighted. Virginia, Florida State. Now I do want to give credit to a couple of people that I speak to. Jordy specifically, shouts out Jordy. He said this would be Florida State's first real test. Virginia has been playing okay offense all year. I think Bama was a better test. I think FSU goes into Virginia, plays well, comes out with the win. The spread is 7. I don't think that's a trap. Okay, fair. TCU, Arizona State. What do you think about this one?
You know who I'm rolling with.
Josh Hoover.
You know I'm rolling with, brother.
I rolled with TCU on that one.
I'm rolling with, brother.
7-11 hasn't impressed me. Duke versus Syracuse.
Syracuse wins.
They're plus money.
Now we add to our parlay. So wait, Angeli, your guy Angeli's out.
I don't care.
I'll add to my,
Hassan Willis is going to tote that thing. And France defense.
That's tomorrow night or that's Saturday?
Junior. I think that's Saturday. Shouts out Junior. If
number 1 ranked cornerback.
If Junior could cover those Clemson receivers, nobody at Duke gives me any.
Man, hey, shout out my guy. Man, let me see if JR is awake right now. I'll see a little pod shout out.
Can we talk about how he balled out against one of the best challenges he's had as a freshman? He played.
Dude, I wanted to say, I FaceTimed him in class yesterday. Because we're talking about how the Syracuse is fine for like players getting hurt, fake hurting. So I called him. I said, "Dude, is Fran teaching you guys to get fake hurt?" He's like, "Man, coach, go watch the game against Tennessee. They were doing it first, but we got flagged for it." I said, "Are you the one?" Like, I was like, "JR, I watched the game with my friends, and you legitimately went down." But it was just jokes. But you can see, like I said, bro, how are you feeling after the win? And the joy on his face was like so amazing to see and talk to him about, because like he's legitimately happy. Like I saw a tweet, like he was the highest ranked cornerback or whatever rating last weekend in the ACC. That's amazing. And I feel like you said, I think Duke doesn't have enough for him. I mean, it doesn't have enough to worry about. I do think whoever the backup QB is for Syracuse, I have to get acclimated a little bit, but I do think Syracuse should be Duke. So now it's Syracuse, Ohio State, Oregon,
at home for Syracuse,
LSU,
and they're not favored. And I get it; they don't have Angeli, but they have a serious running game, man.
Yeah,
and that defense, I think, will be able to stop Duke. That's why NC State really lost that game to Duke, is their defense can't stop anything. Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. I took GT. Notre Dame, Arkansas. I struggled with this one, Trey.
I go Notre Dame.
I struggled with this one, Trey, and here's why.
No, Notre Dame.
I still don't love CJ Carr as a thrower of the football, brother. Arkansas's defense is terrible. Yes, Jeremiah.
Where's the game at?
It's in Arkansas. That's also why I was struggling with it. Arkansas.
Green is nice. Green is nice.
Arkansas is 2 fumbles away from being 4-0.
Touche.
Arkansas is 2 fumbles away from being 4-0. Their defense is not great, but they're 2 fumbles away from being 4-0. That means something. And I don't know. Notre Dame isn't playing to be in the playoffs anymore. I don't think. With 2 losses as an independent, it's going to be tough to get in.
Well, I agree, but if we're doing that game with the fumbles, we are going to say that Notre Dame was a weird pass interference call against Miami from being 3-0.
Okay. No, from being 2-1?
2-1, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, technically, Arkansas had a penalty that didn't get given as well. Yeah. There's a couple,
so I mean, again, we'll see. We'll see. I think Notre Dame. I'm a Freeman guy. If Day ever gets fired or whatever, I think Freeman's in Ohio State the next day, I think. But I do believe that Notre Dame should be able to handle Arkansas. Again, we keep mentioning the Netflix documentary. We need to cut us a check, because I saw that the way Arkansas's like little town hall meeting with their coach, and this like racist convenience store. Yeah, good throw, boy. Good. Yeah, Green. Good throw, boy. That's what he's hearing from the stands every time he tosses the ball. So,
brother, I think that's a tough one. I might have to think about that one a little bit more. The over under is 64.5. I don't know if we get to that number. I know
God
I know
damn.
Arkansas's defense is bad, but I don't know if we get to that number. Louisville,
64 and a
yeah, that's
half.
up there. That's up
I
there.
might take the under. I might
I
take the
was
under.
about to say that's up there. Louisville, Pittsburgh. I took Louisville. They're rolling. They got some boys from
I agree.
South
Could
Florida.
go back for 1 second.
Yeah,
Why is that line so like if Notre Dame gets up 14-3, they're running the ball.
I think if Notre Dame gets up 7-0, they're running the ball.
Yeah, what are we 64 and a half is insane.
But the thing is Notre Dame be taking runs to the house a lot too against bad defenses.
All right.
So that's
Okay.
I think that's like it's not like they're gonna go 5 yards like
It's 80
if you watch
50
what
yard
Memphis
burst.
did
Yeah.
last week to get back
Yeah.
in that
Okay.
game, their running back had a field day, and he's not Jeremiah Love. So that's the
You sure?
issue too. So maybe me having Notre Dame picked, maybe that's what I remember seeing is that dude running with nobody around him when all Arkansas had to do to stop the comeback is stop the run. SC versus Illinois, I took USC. They're 4-0. Their quarterback Jaden Maiva is going up on people's slips in terms of Heisman votes. So dude's been balling out. Unfortunately, he's been on late night television, so I haven't seen much of him. But Illinois kind
Yeah.
of came out as frauds last week, and I think
Yeah, we
they
were
give
wrong.
out
I was
check.
wrong with
Yeah,
that.
I was wrong on that too. That's another one
I'm
that I
sorry.
changed. I had Indiana. I switched it to Illinois. I'll take full responsibility though. It wasn't just you. I was talking about like why are Indiana favored as much as they are? There was a
Right.
reason. Kansas versus Cincinnati. Kansas wins that game. Cincy's offense can't keep up with that Kansas offense
Mhm.
this year. UCF versus Kansas State.
UCF.
We lost our O-line coach this week.
UCF.
He
UCF.
died.
Why?
He died. Yeah. Yeah. He was a App State head coach and he passed. He was the current O-line coach. I think we run for 300 on Kansas State. I think
Oh,
we I think we
you just
I think those linemen, no, for real. We have like one of the biggest linemen in the country too at left tackle, I think. He might already have I think he had a WWE contract signed already for like if he leaves and doesn't go to the NFL. He's like a big personality dude.
you think they run down
I
their
think
throat?
they're
You think?
gonna pound the ball against Kansas State. Dylan Edwards is made out of paper mache, so he's not healthy enough to be a factor back there. And Avery Johnson loves to throw a pick. I think it will be a high scoring game, but I think we run the ball down their throat. It's at 49.5 at the over.
Right.
I think that hits. Minnesota versus Rutgers, taking Minnesota.
Okay.
Utah versus West Virginia, taking Utah. I'm still a Devin Dampier guy, and I just think Texas Tech was way better than I thought.
West Virginia hasn't been very, very impressive at all. So I agree. Utah wins that game.
UCLA,
Yeah.
Northwestern, anybody who's playing UCLA, pick them. That team does not have a head coach.
That coach being fired was so funny and almost like overdue. And even though it happened so short, he was just clueless, bro, at his job. And
it's tough. You don't want to see a guy
sucks.
lose his job, but when you're not qualified and things aren't going your way, you need to get out of the way. Ole Miss LSU.
Yeah.
Now this one I was struggling with too. I'm starting to pivot to the LSU side, I think.
Talk to me, brother.
I think I'm starting to pivot to the LSU side.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, I think I trust Caden Durham as a running back, and we talked about Arkansas, not being able to stop the run and them running as easily as they did on Ole Miss as well, because Arkansas, both their running backs had a day against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And I think it's less to do with Arkansas and more to do with Ole Miss's defense. Yes, Tulane didn't have a good day. Garrett Nussmeier is better than the dude who got kicked out of BYU for naughty behavior. So, I think I'm gonna stick with the Tigers. Yeah, I still have this idea of I need to see what they look like against a competent offense. The over under is 54.5.
I'll take the over. I think Lane Kiffin jokingly said take the over. So.
I think LSU can get to 35 points in this game. I think they'll break. That's something I think LSU will get to 35 points in this game. I think LSU will finally cross over that 24-point threshold. Like they'll have a decent offensive output against a defense that I don't think has really run into, somebody as calculated as Nussmeier. Caden Durham again is a guy, and I think they'll lean on that and pulled a win out away from Death
Okay.
Valley. So I'm pivoting.
Okay.
Texas A&M versus Auburn. I took Texas A&M. I
Right.
think they win. Ohio State versus Washington. I took Ohio
Oh
State.
wait. Shh.
IO. I took California against Boston College. I took Indiana against Iowa because I don't think Iowa will be able to score 15 points. And I think Indiana will just have to score 17.
Shout out to Mike again. When Iowa and Rutgers played, Mike told me the same thing, and Iowa scored a lot of points.
They did score a lot of points.
Rich Rutgers.
But
And
Indiana
Greg
and
Schiano's.
Rutgers are not the same team.
I agree. I agree. I
Like
mean, I
Indiana
just
was in the playoff last year, and they have a great
this is for
coach.
Mike. This is for Mike. Can I get a little close up? My camera's on Mike. Sorry, Otto.
You can't. Hawaii versus
I got
Air Force. I got Hawaii.
Hawaii wins.
Tennessee versus Mississippi State. I got Tennessee. Mississippi State has been playing well, but I got Tennessee. I think there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors with Mississippi State.
For a little clip, I'll do Mississippi State.
Okay. Arizona versus Iowa State. I took Iowa State. Arizona State struggled heavily with Kansas State. Iowa State, Rocco Becht, love that guy. Think he'll play well.
Yeah.
Jacksonville State, Southern Miss. I took Jacksonville State because they really showed out against UCF, and now I'm just riding with that team, hoping that they're better than they were projected to be before the season. But that's a tough one. Oregon, Penn State. I took Oregon. Now, I didn't have 45-17 like you do, but I took Oregon because I do trust that offense to run it up. I don't trust Drew Aller. I have to believe that Oregon's able to stop the run because they were able to do a little bit of that against y'all last year in the regular season. I think they returned a lot of those guys. So I trust them stopping the run more than I trust Drew Aller showing out with the receivers that he has. So
Okay. I got you.
Georgia beats Bama. Colorado.
I forgot they were even playing this weekend.
Yeah, they play this weekend. It's a huge weekend. South Carolina beats Kentucky. Louisiana Tech beats UTEP. BYU beats Colorado. Which I'm
No, don't sway. BYU beats Colorado. They're terrible. Hope DeYoung gets fired.
It's kind of messed up, brother.
He's a bad coach, bro.
Yeah, he is a bad coach.
He's a if again, I'm just saying this. I know Dave and Kevin listen. If Napier got fired, they could win games in Gainesville with Deion.
They could.
Because Deion's as a face would have the athletes to back up what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't have the athletes to back up what he's saying, we coming to lose by 40 don't mean shit.
Yeah.
We come in to get blown out. We come in to let you score 50 on us. We come in to go use the bathroom in the porta potty because my bladder's messed up. We come in to do something. But, yeah. So, sorry.
You can't keep making fun of the man for having a bad bladder, brother.
I can't.
If it's
Also,
one thing as a
thing
coach, he stays 8 toes down for his entire roster.
Alrighty.
He really locks in for his boys.
Alrighty.
Right? So you can't keep disrespecting a guy who's a player's coach.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we need to be very nice to Deion. Him and his R&B singer girlfriend, Karuche. We need to... we need to give him some grace, man. And
you're
if
funny
he
as
pulls
fuck.
that BYU game out, we might have to clip this. Because, I mean,
Okay.
I don't even remember who's on BYU's roster right now. They lost a few guys in the portal, too. So, came into the year with an expectation. They got rid of their starting quarterback super late. Who has BYU really played? I didn't go double check. I feel like their ranking is based off.
Really, yeah.
I feel like their ranking is based off of what they did last year and what they've been showing. In addition, even though again it's a completely different roster, so will they run into their first quote unquote challenge? Because we both agree Deion as a play caller is a little bit questionable, but he does have some usable pieces there. I think the wide receiver group isn't like it was previous years, but it's not terrible. I think it has opportunities. Salter played well last week. But yeah, we go look at BYU. They have wins against East Carolina, Stanford, and Portland State. I mean, do I?
No. Oh, don't overthink it.
It's not. I think Colorado's had better tests, man.
Bro, please them all.
I think Colorado's had better tests.
They're not a good team, bro.
And you think BYU is a good team?
No, I just think Colorado sucks.
Trey, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's in Colorado too. I can't convince you.
No,
Okay.
no, sorry.
All right. We might have to revisit this conversation. I left it at BYU right now, but I'm just having this pull. I'm getting
Someone's telling you to do
I'm
it.
getting pulled in that Colorado direction a little bit. I don't know what it is. They're at home. They play GT really well at home.
If you feel it, go with it, bro. I just feel like it's just
They play GT so
they were
well
just
at
they were just
home.
they were just disappointing, bro. Like
And BYU ran it up on
there's
them last year too, I think.
yeah, they did.
Mm. I gotta think on it a little bit. I got a little bit because it's the last game of the slate, so I got a little bit to think on it. What I can do actually is wait till the very last minute to see where I
And put it in.
am in the rankings, and then
Oh,
swap.
you can change it.
I could change as long as the game hasn't come up yet.
Oh wow, you're straight.
So I'll think. I'll think.
Okay,
But I'm really I have this draw to them. I had a draw to Syracuse last week and I didn't do it and I regret it because that would have been a
should
huge
have pulled the
pick.
trigger.
That would have been a huge pick if I was able to
Should
pull
have pulled
them
the
out. Um, yeah, yeah, but I don't know. It's something to think about. It's something to
hindsight
think
is always
about.
2020.
Hindsight is 2020, but I hate when I have a confident feeling and a premonition, and then something like that where it's not. If I had missed that one game, most people would have had Clemson anyway. So what I would have won by taking Syracuse is way more than I would have lost by just missing that one game. Like I picked
Yeah,
Florida against LSU and still finished like second that week. So, if we're gonna waste picks out here, you know, I take South
yeah.
Carolina
I mean,
last
but
week.
some of these games, I mean, bro, I'm sure you get good value on the Georgia money line. Even FSU probably I think it's like 210. Joey put the money on. Like you can get good value on some of these games that I think are like I think that. And I don't know. I'm not a sports book, but I think that Oregon over Penn State is a no-brainer.
It's plus 140, so it's clearly not.
It's a to me it's a no-brainer, but
It's
um,
2:30 in Penn State's home stadium. I don't know if that means
it's a night,
much.
it's a night game.
No, it's 2:30. It's not a night game. I think it's 2:30.
Whiteout probably daytime would be still be cool.
I think it still be cool. They set the lines for a reason, man. And I mean, they've gotten it wrong before, but
Yeah,
Dante is a fairly young starting quarterback in a very tough situation going into that Penn State game. I think that's why it's plus money.
yeah.
Um, no question if it's like who they have last year. Actually, I think if it was my our boy out there in Cleveland now, I think it's still plus money last year.
Oh, Gabriel?
Yeah, I think it's still plus money
No,
last year.
Gabriel. But I think Moore may be a little more talented.
That's the thing, but he's younger.
Yeah.
And
Again, I think they're probably just like again Penn State. I think this is the one time maybe the books are just giving them the edge because they are the higher team in the country.
6:30 is the game.
But
It is a night game.
who?
6:30.
Oh yeah, all white in Penn State.
6:30.
Yeah, I might have to change my mind on that
No,
one
don't pivot, brother.
because that night game atmosphere in Penn State, in Happy Valley, with the child abuse just lingering across the, just floating around Sandusky and
Did they
his
take the
his
statue
lore
down? They took the statue down, right?
of who the coach.
Of Sandusky? It's gone, right? Please tell me it's gone.
Did he have a statue? Oh no, I think the other guy had a statue. Joe had a statue. I don't think
Oh no,
Sandusky had a
Sandusky
statue.
didn't have a statue. Joe had a statue. They left Joe's statue up though, right?
Oh, let's check.
Joe knew about that.
Joe was cooperating.
Joe knew about that.
I don't want to. Again, I gotta play basketball at 5 a.m. so I can't stay up too late. But I just want to say that I do legitimately feel like some of these scandals that happen, they try to get ahead of them, and it's actually sickening that like a lot more of these people don't get in trouble. Like, bro, I coach. Yeah, as if you listen to the pod, I coach at Melbourne High School. I see a lot of stuff that deals with teachers and students, and uh, some of the stuff that these dudes get away with because it gets swept under the rug, or the coach didn't know, or the school didn't know how to handle it, bro. At the high school level, college level, it's pretty fucked up. And I jokingly said child abuse again, respectfully to anyone who has been abused as a child. not a joking matter, but it is definitely like some stuff you just wonder how they don't know, like the Larry Nassar stuff at
The gymnastics thing. Yeah.
Someone had to know this fucker was creepy. Like all these girls and again, I understand keeping a paper trail, and I watch a lot of SVU, and that's just why my brain always goes there. Like
big SVU guys. We could talk SVU episodes.
We can talk SVU ball for sure. Again, I don't want to segue too much, but the episode of the show when the medical examiner was the actual murderer.
Okay, hold on. That was probably the most terrible 3-stretch episode of SVU.
You think terrible?
Ever. Terrible acting. No reason. No reason to even have it as a storyline. Why?
Wait, Greg Yates, right?
I don't know who the actor is. Where he
No. Greg Yates is the guy. So the one guy was in jail for he was a mass serial rapist. The guy who had the wig and he was traveling
we're talking about different things then. Because I thought you were talking about the kid who started working with them, and then he kept making mistakes, and then he eventually decided, oh wait, instead of making mistakes, I'm gonna try to fix those mistakes by causing new murders, and then he ended up killing the black medical examiner.
Are you talking about Belinda?
Yeah, he killed her and almost killed. Yeah.
So back up real quick. There's this dude named Greg Yates. It's so off topic, but whatever. We're rolling. He's this mass rapist.
Yeah.
He goes to jail. Mm-hmm. So while he's in jail, Detective the blonde lady, Amanda Rollins, him and him they have this rapport, and they find this body that's been murdered, but it's in where his burial ground was. But he's been in jail. This is a freshly killed body. So they go and Amanda goes and say we found his body in your area. Can you identify it? He's like, no, it's not me. So he tells them, I went to medical school with this guy, but it couldn't be.
I know
him,
exactly
whatever.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
bro. And it was the medical exam. That 3-stretch episode.
That one was great.
Was one of the best because
that one was great.
If when you first watched it, it's wait a second, this dude was examining bodies and still killing people. I think SVU, bro, and that's how I always joke. I won't say his name, but I have a former friend who went through some stuff here in Brevard County recently. And I told anyone who asked me, I've watched enough SVU. I know where this is going. Hey, Amal, you too. I've watched enough SVU. I know where this is going, brother. When I was told what happened in a situation, I knew, and I know where that's headed, brother. You're laughing, but I get him, bro.
Did you say former friend?
Yeah, man. I just, bro. I'm probably gonna be a head coach of a high school in a year or so, and
You gotta cut certain ties. You gotta cut certain ties.
Let me say to all you horny guys. If it's that important for you, and I'm gonna we're just talking to the pod. I'm sure you can edit and cut this out.
I'm not gonna cut it out. I'm not cutting none of this out.
You're that anxious for pussy or whatever. Bro,
I'm not cutting any of this out.
Go to a bar. Go meet women. Go pay for it somewhere. But dude, I've watched. I joke. I don't jokingly. I said, bro, listen. I am a SVU
connoisseur.
Psycho. They're connoisseur. I've watched the episode where the boxing gym owner was molesting the girl.
Yep.
I watched the episode where the shoe department guy was it was Carmelo Anthony. He was this Nike director, and he was molesting kids. I watched the episode where the wrestling coach, had this little kid. He was teaching moves in the house. I've seen all these school episodes where the teacher was sleeping with kids, and one of the students tricked him to believe it was someone else, and they had to let him go to jail. I've seen them all. I knew where this was going, Amal. I'm gonna watch when we got the phone off this podcast. I'm gonna fix me some dinner, drink me a muscle milk, and watch SVU because I need to watch some more episodes. Because bro, I know so it's not funny when you read the details. If you haven't read the details, but when I read the details, I knew fully based on my SVU history.
It was over.
You sent a full frontal picture of your body to a minor. You're going down, brother. I don't know what more do you want me to say in this podcast than that, bro? Amal, that you're going down.
It's a good thing you don't watch this content.
I hope he does. Maybe he just stumbles across our podcast.
It's bad decisions, brother.
I'm praying that I mean, we've spoke about it. I have with him in early conversations. I'm just praying that it was like a situation where he didn't. I'm praying for the kid. Again, I just told you this on the podcast with you and Dave, and maybe it was someone else. Since I've been teaching, before I taught at Mel High, I think I've always been pro my player. So, like, they said, oh, this girl wants me. Oh, go hook up with her or do whatever. Like, I've been pro them. Since I've been teaching, I've become so much more, like, just connected to my female students because I'm just putting them on game as, like, an older brother, uncle, if you want, for some of them or whatever, like, that kind of thing. Like, just know what
you gotta protect.
Yeah, bro, because little boys are horn dogs.
You gotta protect the youth of America.
Yeah, and off campus, it's like I get it. So, bro, I got the phone call. I won't go too in details. Yeah. My player was at the school when the rest happened, and I put in the group chat. Shout out Breezy, my guys, at Breezy. Everyone said the same accusation of all. So did we fail the girl by not like stopping it because we tried?
I mean, and then, like now is it? We're getting into a whole different conversation here. We could actually have this conversation a little bit. I feel like as men, we definitely need to hold our friends more accountable when we see certain behaviors that are sketchy, aren't
pedophile-ish or whatever. Yeah,
like if it's leaning into that direction, like we need to be like, bro, what are you?
What's so we again?
What's the dynamic? Like what are you guys like? This isn't right. You know what I mean?
I wish Chris was on here because Chris will tell you, bro, like we've had those convos. We tried to have them and they just never it never hit home. I mean, 2016 I came home
from your bid
sophomore year in college or whatever year it was in college, and I picked him up from school. It was Cameron, Chris, and him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's he at? And I look over and he's like super young girls. Talked about it then. I'm sure people around him knew it, but like it's one of those things where, bro, you like you said, the accountability has to come from your friends, but you have to be willing to be accountable. Bro, I have someone I won't name who definitely doesn't watch this pod who asked me for my opinion the other day, and my opinion didn't agree. My opinion for what happened in the situation didn't align with what he thought. Like he told me he asked this girl to hang out. She said, let me know when you're free. He said his family came over. He got busy with this, and that. And then he messaged her and she was like, nah, I don't want to hang out anymore. You're wrong, bro. You didn't communicate to her and tell her people came over. I'm sure that she wouldn't have cared, but we have to, as men, be able to tell our guys what's right, what's wrong, instead of just being yes men. I think I appreciate my circle of friends. When I went through my situation with my ex-girlfriend, I called you. I called Otto. I called Rob. I call people who I know that, or either you being married, my brother being married, Rob being in a relationship for a long term, Otto, same thing. Like every one of you guys gave me a different perspective, but it's like that's the honesty we have to have. And me, bro, I'm not in this space where I am now in my life without my friends, without you specifically keeping me mentally saying, bro, man, just move on, don't worry about that. Like let's just do what's next. Let's figure out what's next. That's what's needed. In a different scenario, you could tell me what I wanted to hear in the moment and tell me to do whatever, and it's just like different stuff. So with the situation with him, bro, like I feel like it was a bad situation for someone who already, I think, had an eye for it, and it was just a matter of time. And off air, I can tell you the full story if you want to hear the full story. I know the full story, like legit what happened word for word, but if what he told me is accurate and is what he admitted to the cops,
then
those are curtains. Yeah, you're funny.
You know what's funny? It's not too funny. To show you how much Law and Order SVU we watched while my wife was pregnant, the sound happened the other day because it's the first time we had it on since Nori's been born. Nori went. She probably heard that. Her entire development in the womb.
I'm tapped in with Law and Order,
because we watched again every episode. We started on episode 1, season 1, and watched all the way through to season 26.
It's some good episodes, bro. I mean, even one of the crazier ones is the Catholic Church one. Remember when his cousin was like had the whole thing ring that you're tapped in. I'm testing you, but you know ball. I'm
Brother, you
testing
don't
you, but you know a little
understand.
ball.
Like we're at the point where we're waiting for
Yeah.
episodes to come out on Peacock for
Okay,
me to
how
watch
about
the
the
next
one
one.
where the pastor was sleeping with the husband and the wife and the daughter?
Or how about
Hey!
the one where girl, I think it was a gymnast one too, where she started getting paid from some dude, and then the girl got mad that she wasn't getting involved in that because the girl started
Yes,
changing and wearing like different clothes, and then the girl killed her on a run, and then like
yes,
she had the whole or the one where there was like the smart chick, and she like same situation started getting kind of groomed, and her friend got mad
yeah,
that she started changing. Bro,
yes.
there's so many episodes. If we go down this
Episode that
rabbit
one
hole,
starts off with like the where she's like doing these like video things like, hey, good morning, I'm doing ABC, and then the last one she was like, I think she got molested. She was like, hey, this is my
yeah,
last
it
video.
changed. Yeah,
But then I think they do a great job with there's a one where Amaro is chasing the black guy and he shoots him and they can't find the gun, like the race relation
I
stuff.
remember
I
that.
think they do a good stuff with that one. Even the newer ones where Carisi's the ADA, like I don't know if you've seen the one where he was in the bodega and it was like the two dudes and the two girls that like the one old guy like took her in the back and raped her and the black guy and Carisi was like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll get you a deal. Fuck that. Next episode, yeah, he is a full accomplice. Lock his ass
no,
up.
for sure,
Like
get him out of there. That
SVU is
funny
a great
enough,
show.
Carisi being a cop to an AD, some of this is
It's a TV show.
really, really
It's a TV show.
how you find time to become a whole lawyer and then get that far up while being a cop. I believe in second jobs, so that's kind of crazy. Anyway,
Yeah,
we could definitely go down that rabbit hole one day. Big SVU guy.
huge.
But I do believe in protecting the youth and protecting women, especially. So,
Yeah,
if a situation happened a certain way, there's
yeah.
you got to answer
I,
for that, right? And now even more so, I've always kind of been on that side where you play that line very safely. Um, I don't play by that no more, especially
no,
like, yeah, yeah. It hits home definitely when you're like raising a young woman as
bro. When
well.
I got like I
Yeah,
won't like it's some certain kids in my class, bro, that I'm like there's like girls, and like I'm like legitimately when I talk to them about anything, I'm like man, like you guys are like my little sisters will be in high school next year.
they're
I look at
there.
them like my sister Zaraya. Like I'm talking to y'all. Like that's why like bro, you get the girls who are older and they talk to you and like I'm your teacher, so whatever. The freshmen I meet, the sophomores, juniors, seniors. I want to make sure, like, bro, when you leave this place, you understand not just the value you have, but then on the flip side, the dudes, like, bro, when I see, like, I have a kid in my class, I won't say her name, but she's talking to one of my students. And 2 days ago, I was like, dude, listen, I like this little girl. She's smart, charismatic, athletic. She's a good student. Don't waste her time. Enjoy high school with her or whatever, but, like, if you aren't going to take it serious, like, don't, whatever. But the same thing can be said to the girl. Like, I think that's why I can complain about not wanting to teach, but I just know that's where my impact is felt the most. Because a lot of people are there just to like teach them English and pass the test and give them this and give them that. I just don't want to be that guy that just gives them just some bullshit
Yeah,
that
and
they
then
can
they don't. Yeah,
regurgitate in 3 years because these students will come back. Hey man, like my players come to my games. It's a hug. It's not one of these. It's like, hey, Coach Trey, like I miss you, whatever. Off of I'm coaching you with basketball, but I want to also teach you about life. And I think teaching has given me the avenue to like connect with them because, bro, like these kids need it. Like, and the people like the guy we mentioned earlier, like I don't think he's a bad person, but he puts a dampen on it. And we can go in a deeper light. I'm all being an African American teacher, let alone an African American coach. It's we're at a disadvantage regardless, and at every single level we're at. So I think it is important for these little white kids and Spanish kids, especially black and brown kids, to see someone like themselves articulate themselves, hold themselves accountable, be able to reiterate and communicate to them what's right and wrong, and tell them, hey, listen, like what happened there down the street is never happening in this classroom.
no,
You're
for
never
sure.
going to have a story where where's Coach Trey at and he's on the news or whatever. That's not happening.
No, that's yeah.
Uh,
You gotta
I
you gotta
might
make
dabble with a 21, 22 year old here and there, whatever. But like I'm not going. It's just that's just
you gotta make
and
things
that's
very clear and create that line.
yeah,
I feel
bro.
like
You have to. You have to, bro.
you're in the obviously school education space.
Yeah,
Me personally, I've been in that line either from a lower level and now at a little bit of a higher level now where I control hours and stuff at the position I'm at. And I have those
yeah,
interactions too with the same people, bright young people coming in to get their first job,
mm,
and they bring their high school problems to work,
yep,
and they have to deal with an interesting dynamic because in my workplace, you do have people our age working in
yeah.
the same space with people who are
15, 16.
15,
Yeah,
16, 14, and having to protect those people from people who
yeah.
might have the same issues as who you mentioned, who don't.
Hey, you, bro, you like I can name 5 instances in the last few years. I mean, in this area, and we can probably, if you want to edit it, break this into two different podcasts because, bro, the reality is, Amal, we have kids who and people who, like you said, at a Publix, at a Chick-fil-A,
Mm-hmm.
at Winn Dixie's, at places that these kids can work at a young age, where they're going in to make money and they're trying to do things, and the predatory mindset of someone is, oh well, the comments like, oh, you don't look 16. What does a 16-year-old look like?
That's not
What does a
even at
17
that
year old
point.
look
It's not
like?
supposed to be anything like that.
Yeah, bro. It's just like it's hard. It's tough, man. Like it's tough, and I think that the lack of attention to it is really rough. I think it's like scary. I think that people will the jokes can always be made about what happened with him, but bro, you just got to be smart, bro, and you can't do things inaccurately. You can't do things
Irrationally too.
where yeah.
You're
You,
not.
you got you
Yeah.
got to be you got to be smart, and I think that's where
You also got to care about
I
people. I feel
think
like
yeah, bro. You got to
you
be
can't be
concerned with how
self-serving.
people are, bro. Yeah. And I think that's where if we fall short at. You and I talking about this. You have a daughter. I have a little sister.
Yeah. I
I
have
also
two
have two
little sisters
nephews.
as well.
Yeah.
Three little
So we got
sisters.
we got sisters. I
Yeah.
got two nephews. I got to teach. Like, hey, bro, my nephew, respectfully, if they listen to this podcast, has an issue with hitting girls in school. I don't know what the problem is, but my sister told me what
Why did
happened,
you
bro.
air
I
him
went,
out?
bro. He's
He's a
again a
kid. Yeah,
mall.
he's a kid. He's a kid. He's
He's
a kid.
young, so they at this age, it's like it's easy to fix. So I say we're gonna fix it. It's easy. I have kids in high school fighting girls and boys are fighting each other. There's a delay. Like the guy shouldn't be hitting the girl, but this girl shouldn't even think, why am I fighting this dude? Like it's fighting is wrong, obviously in general, but there's not we. I gotta be funny. We're legit losing recipes and how we're supposed to raise these kids and teach them. But again, the things that I went through in college and what I did after college and what I've done yesterday and what I'll do tomorrow, I'm just putting these younger kids on game where I was at. And I think I can tell my players who are going to college anything, bro, always, always look for permission or consent when it comes to sexual activities. Never put anyone in a position to make a bad decision, whether it's you or whether it's them. Be willing to say no to things you don't want to experiment with. Be okay with being the guy that I'm just gonna drink beer, or I'm just gonna. If weed's your vice, what weed be your vice. But don't let anyone tell you, "Hey, man, let's roll up and sprinkle something else in there." Like, do what's good for you. And I think I'm speaking on all the things, and I'm not besides the first one. Everything else, bro. And if you think anything in college, party wise, hanging out wise, sexual activity, whatever. I've done it. I've seen it. I've been around it. So I put my players on game. With the first 4 years of me coaching was different. My last 2 years has been like, okay, bro. Now y'all understand. Like this is really what's lacking in terms of why it's like this from the girls' point of view. You shouldn't. I don't want girls shouldn't have to know. You shouldn't wear that.
No.
If she walks around naked, doesn't mean she wants to be fucked. It doesn't, like, that stuff doesn't matter. But if we don't talk about it with these people, and like now, bro, again, having sisters is one thing. Like I always say, I want daughters. I would love to have multiple children, boys, girls. But if God blesses me with a daughter and a son,
Mm-hmm.
I hope and I pray that I'll be able to navigate them to show my son, one, how to be a man and treat a woman, and then my daughter how to be treated as a woman, and I would say also be able to treat a man. And I think that's the two sides of it. Like, all right, like we have so many things, like in a serious conversation we're having now about like our friend group, bro, of just the NCAA chat and anything else. we got some really great men around us. We joke around all day long, but we have some great husbands in our group chat. We have some great. I mean, we'll use Cameron included, and we'll use yourself. We have some great fathers around us, guys who are doing it, and went from living a crazy college lifestyle to being men and in relationships and long-term things. I think we have to get out more and do more and speak more on it because our generation will be the one to continue that stride. Because, bro, streaming stuff and OnlyFans and all this stuff, and I ain't knocking nobody hustling. Like, make your money for sure, but everything, bro, everything is affected and change. It's gonna change unless we make sure we're continuing to impact the next generation, brother. And that's just
for sure.
That's just real talk, yeah.
How men view women, how people view people.
Yeah.
I feel like humanity in general is shifting. Sometimes I feel like in a direction where we need to revisit how you view your fellow man or fellow woman.
Yeah,
that's I feel true. Like sometimes we become desensitized to people we don't know or to that stranger, and you got to start seeing yourself in people a little bit more. And that's what I try to instill in a lot of the people that I work with, that work alongside. Like, hey, look, you might be having this feeling towards somebody today, but you don't know what they went through before they came in here or what they're going through currently. And if you could kind of view everybody as some of the stuff that you've experienced or some of the stuff that you're going through, you'll really approach a lot of situations differently. And I feel like
100%.
It's important to start doing that
100%
on our side. And like you said,
I agree.
Impacting youth to remind them a little bit, because I get worried sometimes about the direction that, just interactions.
And some of it's good though. Some of these young guys are doing the right stuff, but 100%. Then you have the guys who, bro, are still like insanely locked in on 16, 18-year-olds talking to 13-year-olds and think it's okay because they're freshmen in high school, or the guy that's 23 years old that works at Chick-fil-A and the 15-year-old that just got hired that doesn't look 15 to him, or the Publix worker that's 35 and works in the produce with the 16-year-old. And like the flip side of it is the women are also predatory to younger men. Like it goes both ways, bro. So
no, for sure.
I pray for him, man. I pray for any kid that's being affected by this stuff, because you don't want to see it ever, first off, but when you do see it and it's like one of those situations where, is it controllable? Yeah. But then you always have sickos like, bro, I would have never in a million years thought that would happen, bro. I thought it would be like, I thought he would get it. I thought his mind would click. But it did not. So yeah, it is what it is, bro. Can of corn, I guess, in that situation. Because
can of corn.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just tough, brother. So
no, it's tough. We do what we can.
Try
to be the best version of ourselves every day, and impart what positivity we can on the world, whether it's through a pod or just through our day-to-day interactions with people, and just based on both of the career fields we're currently in. Who knows what the future holds.
Sure.
But what we're doing currently, we rub elbows and talk to a lot of people on a day-to-day basis, just being a positive impact in those exchanges and making sure that we're not wasting opportunities to provide value to people's lives. It's nothing's too insignificant to go over. Always try to impart positivity and the right thing when you can. So
agreed.
I think that's a good ending spot, man. I'm not gonna split it.
Great.
If anybody feels like they want to tune into the back half of the podcast, they'll get gifted with a different perspective. But I think it was a good one.
For sure,
this
man.
Is why we get on and talk.
Always a good time, brother.
But we're definitely gonna have to get down to an SVU episode.
Oh my God, bro!
Maybe the best season, best side character.
Yeah.
Favorite iteration of Olivia, because she's gone through some changes in that entire 26 season, like in terms of like commanding chief or
young
detective
Olivia.
or
fine Olivia,
or side piece Olivia, which that man was on some stuff too. If we want to talk about police brutality and us accepting police brutality, everybody was rocking with homie, but he was on some nut stuff.
Yeah, he was crazy.
He was on some nut stuff. Elliot had a screw missing. But we rocked
So,
with Elliott.
bro, did you? This is we can end it, but did you know that Rollins and Amaro had a thing?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't. I learned that
You
recently
missed that
that they got.
episode? Yeah, they had a
I
thing.
missed that window. And like in the little Cabana episode, when Creasy's like, "Oh, am I interrupting or whatever?" Yeah, like she's like, is it Amaro's baby?" And I was like, "Wait."
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, we'll figure out
And
the
then
name of that, but bro,
Amar had to think. Yeah, and then Amar had to remove
I
himself.
am
Yeah.
I am a SVU guy.
Yeah, I tried other Law and Orders. Like
Yeah.
I had Criminal Intent a little bit
Nah.
because I got put on to like SVU super young. So I back then it was like a little bit too much. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like 8, 9. Why am I watching SVU now?
Yeah.
That's my stuff, man. But yeah,
I agree.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you've gotten to this point, kudos to you. You watched almost 2 hours of podcasting. If you got to this point listening, that's crazy too. So we appreciate you.
I think we can call them cousins because we're Thompson. Thanks, cousins, for listening. Cousins.
At this point,
you
we appreciate y'all. Decent amount of you tuned into the week 4 picks. Appreciate the support on that one, and we're gonna keep bringing you guys this one. The college football one should be up too. I'm gonna get back on the UFC stuff. About you seeing it all, we got to come up with a plan for that. We need to do the movie coverage. I like the Avengers idea. Maybe we'll hop on that as soon as possible. Not Avengers, Marvel idea.
Figure it out.
We got to figure out the planning of that a little bit better. We're just gonna keep giving you guys content, man. It's fun. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for listening, and we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Thompson ain't out, man.